Hey beautiful people, it's Winnie here again in another video, and in today's video we are going to be learning the sewing tutorial of this beautiful milkmaid dress. We did the pattern drafting in my last video that I posted, and in this video we are going to be doing the sewing part, most especially the milkmaid part. So if this is what you love to learn, definitely keep on watching, like, share and subscribe. So without too much talking, let's get to the honey of the video. I love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel. So this is the dress part. I used my pattern to cut out the middle area, which I used chantilly net for, and then the Ankara part I just cut out a straight piece and I gathered it all around it. I'm sorry that I didn't show the full video. There was no power and I was unable to show it, and my client wanted to collect it as soon as possible. So now that part that I left is the cup area, and this is the yoke. I've already used my pattern to cut out the yoke, and now this is the cup area. So let's dwell more on this cup part. So what you are going to be doing is that you are going to mark 1 inch interval on the down part like this, as you can see me doing. You're going to mark 1 inch interval, and then on the upper part you are also going to mark out 1 inch interval also, because we are going to be using slash and spread method to create the fuller part of the bust area. So after marking 1 inch at the top and the down parts, you are just going to use your ruler to draw a straight line across like so that we can easily do our slash and spread. All right, there is one that is meant to be there also. So now I'm just going to go ahead and mark out the sides where the side is meant to be. I'm going to mark that out with my arrow, and then I'm going to mark the upper part also. So once that was done, the next thing I'm going to do is to number the lines that I just created, so that it can be easier for me to work with and I will not make any mistakes. So I just numbered 1 to 8 or 1 to 7 thereabout, and then I am going to be cutting it out. So I'm cutting it all through because we are going to be using it a slash and spread method. This method works for different things. Anything that you want to make the part fuller, so you can just create the slash and spread for it. All right, so once I was done doing the slash and spread, I took a fresh pattern paper, and then I am going to start placing the piece from number 1. When I place the number 1, I'm using the line that I drew earlier at the top part of this paper, just at that top, to serve as my guide. So I placed number 1 on it, and then I left a space of about 1.5 inches, and then I placed number 2. I left a space of about 1.5 inches, and then I started placing all other parts to it. That's just what you'll be doing. When you place the first one, you leave your space. You can use 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches, depending on how full you want it to be. But I suggest you don't go more than 2 inches, so that it doesn't be too, so it won't be too bulky at the bust area, especially if your client is busty. You don't want to add more bust to it and then to be looking funny. So once that was done, I went ahead to trace it out and cut it at the side and on the down part, so that everything can rhyme with it. All right, so I used my marker to trace it, just to join everything together, and then I went ahead to cut it. And once that was done, you are going to take out the part that you slit. I used my pins to hold it down. Alright, so once it is done, you are just going to take it out and then label the part that is meant to stay at the side and the part that is meant to be at the top part on your fresh pattern paper. And now the next thing you are going to be doing is, so the new pattern that you just got, you are going to place it on your fabric, and then you are going to cut it out. Make sure that your fabric is on fold at the side. or you can cut it one by one, because there are some that the bust part is separate, but for this it's a one piece. All right, so you are just going to cut it but when I was cutting this, I cut two of it, so I'm going to be joining it at the side and make it one piece. So when you are doing yours, if your milkmaid kind of style is a separate type, you can cut it, you can use it differently, but because this one is a cut together kind of type, so I'm going to join it, and then I'll do the same to the lining also, so which I have done. So after doing that, I went ahead to gather it to that part where it's supposed to be sitting, and that is what I have done now. I've gone ahead to gather it, and the next thing you are going to be doing is to also gather the top part. When you before you cut out your pattern, you should note the measurement of the upper part and the down of the upper part of the cup, so that you can know the amount to gather. So by the time you are gathering it, you measure it out and you know what you are gathering. So once that is done, the next thing you are going to do is to cover it up with your lining. So I'm going to be sewing my lining at the down part like so. I am going to gather it at the down part. I am not sewing it at the upper part because I want it to cover the rough edge of that bust area. So I'm gathering my lining at the down part, and I'm holding it down with pins. So by the time I'm done, I am going to stitch it down, and then it's going to cover the cup area for me. So once that is done, as you can see that everywhere is clean and fresh now, so the next thing you are going to do is to work on the yoke part. So because this is a pattern drafted kind of yoke, everything is meant to sit at the right place, so you're going to know exactly where it's sitting. But if you to make yourself to be double sure, you can measure from the center of your cup part. Just measure out 4 inches from the center, and then whatever you mark out is where your yoke is going to sit, and then you can now place it there and then just pin it down before you stitch it. All right, so you can either just stitch it directly like this, because it is a pattern drafting, everything is going to sit at the right place. But if you want to be double sure from the middle, you can measure out 4 inches and then you place your yoke where it is, and then you stitch your shoulder part together. All right, so I'm just showing you how you are going to stitch your shoulder when you are done sewing your yoke. So that's how you are going to stitch your shoulder. So that is just it. So that's that about the yoke. So I've shown you one way to sew your yoke. Let me show you the second way that I was talking about. That is the center. So what you are going to do now is that you are going to measure out from the center 4 inches, and then you are going to chalk it down. So once you are done chalking it down, where you chalked is where your yoke is going to start from. All right, you know the first method, it started from the armhole side. So but this part, by the time you measure from the middle 4 inches, so where you chalked is where your yoke is going to start from, and then you are just going to pin it down like that, and then you are going to stitch it. All right, so on the other side, that's the center, you are going to measure out 4 inches to the other side also, and then where that 4 inches mark is where your yoke is going to start from. Then you are going to pin everything down, and then you are going to go ahead to sew it. So it's as simple as that, and then you are just going to stitch it down. So once you are done stitching, I'm done stitching it down now. The next thing you are going to do is to sew your shoulder part together. I've already shown you how to stitch your shoulder together. It's either you stitch it the way I taught you first, or you just go ahead and stitch it directly like that. So once that is done, the next thing you are going to do is to pipe the neckline part. Remember that there is a kind of rope situation going on around that part. So I've cut out a long strip of about 30 inches long two of it and 1.5 inches wide, and then I'm going to be using that to pipe the neckline and then create the rope also. So once I was done, this was how it looked. It was really beautiful. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a like. Till I see you in the next one. I love you and I care. Bye.